Looks like we're all good to go. Alright. Oh, and gotta make sure my capture card is working. Alright, that's running. Audio card is working, so everything's good. Alright. So, having successfully now seen the storylines of 3 of the 4 cardinal virtues, yeah, that we're off to a great start. We've seen the stories from Lu Reek, from Giat, and also from... Oh, great, I can't even remember the name of the last guy who we helped out. But he's out there somewhere. It was Sirig. It was Sirig who we helped out. Yeah, great start, huh? But yeah, as you can see, there's only one person with a Cardinal Virtue left to take care of, and that's the guy behind me. His name is Granson, and he requires a tank to help him out to slay the last Cardinal Virtue. So, it's up to our Warrior of Light for Shadowbringers, Shinji Okori, to give him the help that he needs. So, hey there Miguel, Elizabeth, and to everyone else that's just logging on, we're glad to have you with us here tonight. So, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Novaura Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers Live. So, with Shinji's Gunbreaker now at level 80, and with an item level of 431, we're going to go ahead and see how we can help out Granson here. So, let's go ahead and get started by speaking with him to take on the level 70 tank Cardinal Virtue Challenge entitled The Man with Too Many Scars. The tall, dark stranger is regarding you with a mixture of curiosity and approval. Well, let's see what this is all about. Hello there. Can't say I've chatted with you before. Think I'd remember if I had. Seen your fair share of fighting, have you? Indeed I have. But why are you asking? And, well, besides, rest assured I've no secret designs. Name's Granson, bounty hunter by trade, mostly sin eaters. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling you were a tough bastard. The sort that must get mistaken for that warrior of darkness folks have been talking about recently. That right? Oh, no one told you? Easy, killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded partner. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Novaura. Yeah, prize you'd say? Or I'd hear the details first. Yeah. Tell me who we're fighting. Right. Go into detail, please. Thought that'd grab your attention. Oh wow, that's quite a name. Diakiosine? Dikiosine. Okay. Wow. That is a mouthful. Dikiosine's the fiend I'm after. One of the so-called Cardinal Virtues, as folks are wont to call them. There were hopes that somehow the death of Vothri and the Wardens might have put an end to Diakiosine. But alas no. Seems the rules that bind other Sin Eaters don't apply to the virtues. Former warriors of light, the esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago. Dear old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've heard all this before. Anyway, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only to return relatively recently as a Sin Eater. The better to torment we few who have survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. But man, why do you have such an awkward name? You've heard the pitch. So what's the answer? You interested in hunting Dikiosine with me? We are gonna have a hard time with this name. Oh, Square Enix, what have you done? Not a whit of hesitation. I like you, sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove that you're the dab hand I think you are. For my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of stray eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. Yeah, Square Enix, why did you have to come up with the why is the name of the last Cardinal Virtue so hard to pronounce? Why would you do this to me, game? I mean, everyone else had an easy enough to pronounce name, and you come up with Dikaiosine? I don't even know how to say it! Dikai? I'd rather be accurate here. I'd rather be true to what we're doing here. Although I do appreciate the thought there, Elizabeth. And also, hello to you. Oh, boy. Oh, you're over here. Yeah. Thankfully, you're far away enough from that thing. Alright, grandson. There you are. Very good. The Sin-Eaters we're after were sighted west of the XIV gate. So, we'll need to head through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections for killing Eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'll be doing them a favor by putting them out of their misery. Alright then. I don't have to like it though. Stand watch for Sin-Eaters in 2 different spots. Or maybe we're just gonna kill 2 Sin-Eaters in the same spot? Cause yeah, I only see 1 quest arrow line. And it's gonna be right in front of the big fort. And also too close to a lot of tree ants. Yeah, and incidentally enough, this thing is standing in my way. So we're gonna have to teach you a lesson. Yeah, take this, you. Yeah, you are gonna get hacked, buddy. We're gonna turn you into killing before you know it. There we go. Now, for the reason we're really here. These things. Also, I see that Blasting Zone is an enhanced version of Danger Zone, so we have that to contemplate. Yeah, it's time for a bloodfest. There we go. Back over to Granson. Good, clean work. This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more, just to confirm it wasn't a fluke, though. Besides, the world could do with less Sin-Eaters. Follow me, it shouldn't be much further. I don't have a motorcycle on my hotfire. Yeah, everything is occupied by something I actually need to use. So now we head towards Holminster Switch. Yeah, Granson likes to cover a lot of ground in Lakeland. Alright, so he wants us to meet him at this crossroads. And once again, put our skills on display. Alright, let's do this. Biding our time, biding our time. Yeah, you gotta come out sometime. Alright, doing everything we got. Okay, so Bloodfest refuels my meter. Good to know. Because yeah, I really have not had a chance to use that ability yet. But once I get used to tanking as a gunbreaker more, that'll change. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of man I've been looking for, and thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official, shall we? Very well. Nice, back to the Crystarium. Also, I'm glad you guys are getting a kick out of me trying to pronounce this final Cardinal Virtue's name. Yeah, I get the feeling that this Cardinal Virtue run will be the epitome of a blooper reel. Okay, let's go and speak to Branson again. Or Granson. Yeah, my mind is in Missouri currently. Alright, Granson, let's get back to you and affirm our partnership. So, just to make sure you're still keen on all arrangements. Shinji, will you join with me and hunt the dread fiend Dikaiosine and put an end to his accursed existence? Indeed I will. Excellent, then it is settled. Now, every hunt begins with an investigation and ours is no exception. Dikaiosine can be a rather difficult teacher to pin down. But before we commence ours, we would do well to attend to our respective preparations. Let me know when you are ready to proceed. I'm ready to proceed right now, but yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and speak to Granson once again to take on the level 72 Tank Cardinal Virtue Challenge entitled Shaped by Tragedy. Granson is eager to take to the road. All set to embark on a great hunt, Shinji. Then, let us be about it. Before you ask, I have no intention of leading us out into the wilds without even an inkling of Dikaiosine's whereabouts. Novaura may not be a particularly large realm, even before the flood, but it would take us a dozen lifetimes to scour every nook and cranny. So we'll start by asking around a place I know for a fact Dikaiosine has attacked before, the village of Wright on Calusia. While I don't have reason to believe he will return, I like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day the bastard came through. So, let us be off then. Indeed. Although, we're not going to Il Meg? That's kind of surprising. Because, yeah, the other Cardinal Virtue quests have taken us everywhere else, but Il Meg has not been covered. Yeah, of course, we helped out Lurik here in Calusia, as well as Chiat. So, in the driving rain, find Granson at the town gates. Welcome to Wright. I reckon it might not seem much like much to you, but to me... Never mind, we'll save that conversation for after. Tracking down the Dikaiosine is what matters right now. Yes, it is. And I imagine this is where you were born? Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of turning up useful information that way, I'd wager. Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that there, Elizabeth. It is very true. So where will we find our first person of interest? Right over here. This despondent villager. Tending to the crops, which we just ran through. Huh? Where do you come from? And what do you want from me? I need to ask you something. Dikaiosine? That thrice damned eaters, that's the spitting image of a Gordian knight? That Dikaiosine? Yeah, that one. I can't help you. All I know is that when he came, he... Wicked White. If you had seen the college, you would... I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Yeah, it must be too much for him. Which means that this skittish villager will probably be not much better. Hello there. What? What do you want with me? Calm down, dude. We just need to ask you some questions. The Sin Eater? The one that came and killed everyone? Oh God, is he here? Then why are you talking about him? Oh, I knew I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horror and Eaters and... Ah! Yeah, these people are all freaked out. And also, this quest is ending a lot faster than I thought. Yeah, we haven't had the chance to engage in combat yet, or combat within this particular quest, or see the Sin Eater appear. But I imagine this cutscene will change that. And so, well, learn anything worth showing? Everyone's too freaked out. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. What we saw that day, what he did to us, there's no moving on from that. Yeah. What exactly happened here, or what's your connection to this village? Yeah. Tell us why this is your hometown, possibly. Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is as good a time as any. Yeah, do tell all. Eventually. Yeah, any minute now. I was born and raised in Wright, as I thought. Lacking any real prospects, I eked out a living as a hunter. Would have tried my hand at something more exciting had I not also been trying to provide for the love of my life, Melinda. It was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Yomoran trader. Bloke dealt mostly in antiques, and he had this bracelet in need of restoration. Bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty or some such. The Fangs of Orthus, he called it. And me and her had been talking about tying the proverbial knot. Buying land, building a home, that sort of thing. Around here, that might not take much, but it was still a lot more than we had, so when the trader made his offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials she needed for the work. Quality stuff, but it'd pay for itself 10 times over. But when I got back to Wright, yeah, that's when things got real. The Kyle scene had been busy. I spotted at least a dozen newborn eaters fluttering about, trying to make sense of their new lot. Yeah, making them as we speak. The grandmother who lived next door and shared the fruits of her orchard with us. The gruff woodsman who brought firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter. Both of them were turned deuce to mindless fiends just like that. There wasn't time to mourn or to think. I started looking for Melinda. And there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met and we knew it was going to be alright. We ran for each other and... yeah, do I dare ask? Even now a year later it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there in front of me, and the next she was... yep, she got the Tesline treatment. The Kaiosine knelt and took the Fangs of Orthus, then left, leading a host of sin-eaters out of Wright. But Melinda, I still couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. Well, I could never say no to her. Not once in the years we'd been together. For all the times she'd welcomed me home with a bowl of hot stew, all the times she laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing my way. For all that and more, I killed her. Man, that is so hard. Yeah, completely broken. And now out for revenge. I swore then and there that I'd have my vengeance. The Kaiosine would die by my hand. I carved the scars in my flesh to mirror the ones he left on my soul, an enduring reminder of the vow that I never dare stray from the path. Yeah, our head is held low for a reason. There, all done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off on our hunt. Still with me to the end, sinner? Yeah, of course. You deserve closure. That's the spirit. Still, I've some unfinished business here. So if you could give me a moment before we resume, I'll be most grateful. Very well then. Yeah, I think safe to say that this is the 74, right? Yes, it is. So yeah, these two tank quests are really quick, but I will say this. As far as backstory is concerned, Granson's is the most tragic, easily. Yeah, I don't think we can question that that is the most tragic backstory that we've seen from our four partners for these cardinal virtues. Because, of course, Lurik was spoiled, having lived in Yulmore, Giat was just following what her elders told her to do. She didn't have any tragedy in the back of her mind. And then with Sirig, we just ended up, he didn't have much of a backstory. We just ended up getting our friends that we ended up having become the black mage we needed in Tainer. So yeah, have we indeed saved the best cardinal virtue for last? Yeah, we will find out soon enough, won't we? So now it's time to continue on. So let's go ahead and speak with Granson again to take on the level 74 Tank Cardinal Virtue Challenge entitled Defined by Loss. Granson would like nothing more than to leave right behind. And so, sorry to have kept you waiting, Sinner. I'm sure you're eager to get back to it, as am I. Trouble is, in your absence, I've failed to turn up any information as to the whereabouts of the Kaiosine. Yeah, none at all? There is one line of inquiry I've yet to pursue, though. The Fangs of Orthus. The bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore, and that the Eater took with him when he left Right. Sin-Eaters are mindless fiends driven only by base instinct. Everyone knows that. They've no need for worldly possessions. Yet the Kaiosine took the bracelet anyway, which can only mean that there's something unique about this particular antique. Or the sinless bastard's somehow different from the rest of his ilk. Well, obviously, he's a cardinal virtue. Either way, I think we need to learn more about the Fangs of Orthus, and I know just the man to ask, the Ulmoran trader who commissioned Melinda's services. Much as I'd like to question him myself, though, I don't think that's an option. Even though the Kaiosine's attack a year ago is common knowledge, I doubt the trader will believe that Anita stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft and have me clapped in irons. Wow, jump to conclusions, huh? So I'm afraid you'll have to go in my stead, Shinji. Melinda said he was a regular at the Beehive, so try looking for him there first. We gotta go to the Gentleman's Club. Yeah, if we're lucky, we might catch Luik's parents there. Probably still in neglect, as usual. But yeah. So we gotta go back to Yulmore. It'll be a busy night at the top of the city. Yeah, and I wasn't kidding when I said that. It's taking us quite a while to load in. There we go. So the Beehive, huh? Trying to remember where that is. Alright, so... yeah. In order to get out of the rain, come spend some time at the Gentleman's Club. Also, you can play Triple Triad here now. Now, who is the person of interest I need to speak to? He's right over here. And to what do I owe the pleasure that is your company? We need to ask you about something. The Fangs of Orthus, you say? How very interesting. Go on. I should be glad to tell you everything that I know, under the assumption that should you recover it, you will see it returned to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from a traveling peddler who claimed it was a relic of Vobert, that glorious kingdom that fell with the flood like so many others. He spoke true from what I could tell, and I intended to sell it to a collector here for a tidy profit, after having it properly restored by an artisan in rights. Alas, she was one of several casualties of the Sin-Eater attack during which the Fangs of Orthus mysteriously vanished. I have of course been keeping in touch with several contacts on the off chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. They have not regrettably, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in Moratsuk, I'm told. I was planning to dispatch an agent to investigate, but you seem more than capable of fulfilling that role. As for incentive, you may be assured that any information that aids me in the acquisition of the Fangs of Orthus or similar relics will be well rewarded. Alright. Oh, we're not going towards Souk. Okay. Well, enjoy this while you can. May I have this dance? Brilliant. Alright, back over to Granson. And we'll see what he makes of all this. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? Well, this is what he told us. So he thinks it was stolen, eh? Just as well. We'd probably not know where to head next if it wasn't for his distrusting nature. If this piece of similar design is related to the fangs of Orthus, then it might attract the Kaioscene's attention, assuming it hasn't already. Let's go. Alright. Out of the rain and into the deserts. And we'll see what turns up here in Mortsook. So yeah, we saw the icon just as we arrived. So let's go ahead and speak to who we need to talk to. Which is Granson, who's taking shade. Fine weather we're having today in Mortsook, isn't it? No such thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folk. We'll find no shortage of Voborite trinkets here. Find the right one, on the other hand, is the challenge. I say divide and conquer as before. Alright. Yeah, and if the relic is indeed a Vobert, then we could be getting our journey to Ilmeg after all. So let's start speaking with people, starting with this female Hume Peddler. Yes, do you have business with me, traveler? Indeed I do. We need to ask you about something. Ah, the Verbertite choker. What, is that what this fuss is all about? Then you're in luck, for my husband has yet to sell it. Once we realized how valuable it was, though, he insisted on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing for him to wait to return, you could try to find him at the ruins where he's scavenging for relics. They're not far. Alright. We still need to speak with another person, and thankfully they're very close by. Zin here will inform us of what we need to know next. Hello there. Well met, well met. How may I be of service to you? Well, you can be of service by explaining this to me. Oh, a choker that once belonged to Vobortite royalty, you say? If only I had such a remarkable treasure in my possession. But no, I do not. In all my years here, I have never even heard of someone unearthing such a thing. We might have to corroborate your story later, so don't go too far. Alright, so back over to Granson. What news, friend? Well, here's the news you need to know. Ha! To think it was that easy! You have the luck of the Fae! But we need to hurry. If my theory is correct, then so long as that scavenger has the choker, he's a target for the Kaioscene. Then let's not waste any time and get moving. Up and over the top of the city. And more than that, don't hit your head on the windmill blade. Wow, the flood crystals are really amazing looking in sunset. But then again, it has turned into a heat wave environment. Temperatures in the triple digits, no doubt. Alright, there's where we need to be, but someone's blocking the way. Yeah, Scissor Jaws, we can't have you interfering here, so I need to deal with you. We'll get you cut down and get these scissors dulled. And there we go. Alright, check out the area. Let's get ready to show them how it's done. So as we scope out the area on this sunset... Mercy! Mercy! Yeah, that can't be good. Yeah, we found him. And him, too. Take whatever you want, but please don't kill me. I have a family. Hey, you. Oh, please, I'll beg of you. Yeah, he just claimed another victim. Yeah, more Tesleen clones. Yeah, and there's the bracelet he was seeking. Yeah, if you've got it, I'll find it. And we can also say, I think as well, that the Kaiosine is also the most ruthless of the cardinal virtues. Yeah, he's not just wandering around aimlessly. He's actually taking people out and turning them into sin eaters. Please! Please! Yeah, I think we need to follow Granson's example. Yeah, anyone with a bracelet is gonna regret it. Yeah, the Kaiosine, not only do you have the hardest name to pronounce, but you are ruthless as all hell. Yeah, no mercy on this guy. Yeah, mercy killing accomplished. Yeah, so far it is this story that is the one that is the best of them all by a lot. And it looks like Granson may have found someone who suffered a similar fate. Yeah, 2 peas in a tragic pod. Shame you missed the fun. This one bit off more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence and self. You can see it in their eyes. Like when the Kaiosine... Don't tell me! You saw him? Oh, we did. And we saw what he's capable of. And it's not pretty. Wicked right, and he took the choker too! Damn it! Damn it all! He can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it! Yeah, it's just like right. I was too late to save him, just like I was too late to save her. But not again. Never again. I'll haunt you to the ends of the world, the Kaiosine. Vengeance will be mine! Right. Yes. Neither the time nor the place. More eaters could be about. Yeah, agreed. Better find sanctuary quickly. Unless you have something else to say. It's just... every time I cut one down, it reminds me of my first. Of her. Yeah. Hopefully these tragic flashbacks are not gonna haunt us later. So now nighttime has descended upon Amarang. And we'll hook up with Granson again. And complete this quest. We may have failed to stop him this time, but what matters is that we'll both live to see another day. Pity the scavenger didn't, and the wife doesn't yet know she's become a widow. Sod it. I'll tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help me to find the right words. Not that there are ever any. Afterwards, I'll have a good think about our next step. Don't let me keep you waiting for your other affairs, Shinji. We'll speak again soon. And soon as in right now. Because yeah, we know that we have a cold-blooded cardinal virtue who's not afraid to do what they do. So, let's go ahead and speak with Granson again to take on the level 76 Tank Cardinal Virtue Challenge entitled The Princess and Her Knight. Granson has had his fill of Mort Sook. So, later that night... Hey there, sinner. I broke the bad news to the widow of that scavenger while you were away. She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband had got it. Yeah, hopefully it'll give us a clue or two. Seems he and his mates took a trip to Ilmeg a year or so back, hoping to cart off all the Voronite treasures they could carry from an untouched ruin they learned about. Of course, in their greed, they neglected to account for the Fae folk, who killed or drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed though. In fact, they stumbled upon a remarkable find. 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. Are they the same 3 sacred treasures from Kid Icarus? Pitt equipped himself with the 3 sacred treasures. They escaped with 2. The Fangs of Orthus being one of them, which was sold to another scavenger to a Yulmoran, either that merchant you met at the Beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. And the other? So the merchant gives it over to Melinda for restoration, after which the Kaiosine attacks Wright, presumably because he's after it as well. Yeah, and also you don't need to keep reminding us of that moment. Meanwhile, the scavenger Hyunmo Tsuk keeps the choker, the Eyes of Orthus, locked away for safekeeping, and when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to the here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point there's no denying that the Kaiosine's been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't already claimed the 3rd one, the Claws of Orthus, then I say we should get our hands on it first, and then use it to lure him out of hiding. So does that mean... But to that end, we'll have to venture into the Fairy Kingdom ourselves. Uh-huh. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and were not like to be treated any better. Well, I've traveled to the Ilmeg before, or I was away with the Fae for a time. Yeah, I've traveled to Ilmeg before. Yeah, beat Titania. Have you now? And the little devils let you go? I can only assume they've taken a liking to you. Well, one of them has. That settles it then. We'll head to Ilmeg and ask about this Voronite ring. Yeah. Let's see if Feoul can swing us a deal. Off to Lida Laran. Alright. So yeah, Granson isn't too far. Hey, my main man. What a remarkably uneventful trip. I kept jumping at shadows waiting for eaters or foul demons or worse to attack. Though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're gonna have to deal with them eventually if we're going to find this ring. After all, the New Mu were part of Voronite society, and without their help I'm not sure where to even begin our search. Perhaps there's a village of some sort you can guide us to? Plaeni. Plaeni, eh? Very well. Lead on, sinner. Alright, Plaeni it is. Dun, 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 dun. And also that's what the castle looks like at night. Okay, so upon our arrival, let's speak with people here, starting with Dan Ken. Hello there. Something about your demeanor bespeaks a question unasked. Have I the right of it? Indeed you do. A ring that belonged to the royal family of Verbert, and it was called the Claws of Orthus? But Verbert is long gone, as are the caretakers of the ring you seek. Who can say where it might have got to? Where has it gone indeed? But that's what we're trying to find out. Maybe Iala Ul can guide us in the right direction. Hello there. Sorry to take you away from your conversation. Oh, hello there. You have questions for me? Yes, indeed, I do. The Claws of Orthus. It is a ring, you say? The name I've heard before, but I know nothing save that. Oh, Sul-Ul served the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they will have knowledge of this treasure you seek. Alright. Let's go and speak with Grandson. By going in the correct direction at some point. Yeah, I thought it was going the right way, but it turns out it was not. Oh, it turns out Grandson was in the town all along. I thought he was waiting for me at the gate. Had yourself a conversation with three? Learn anything interesting? Well, here's what we did learn. So this Sul-Ul is the one we ought to speak with, eh? A former servant of the royal family, which would mean they've lived well over a century. Bugger me. Alright, so let's search for this particular individual. So we gotta go back over to the other side of town. And there they are. There's Sul-Ul. So as we check out the mushrooms. Hello there. I do not know you, yet you seem to know me. Well, that's because we were told about you. Yeah. Here's where the echo kicks in. I was wondering when this was going to happen. The fifth was discovered yesterday. A young girl yet of age transformed into a misshapen beast like the others before her. And there he is. Brandon in his original form. As if we need a proof of a Portland. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me you at least learned something from this one. I study her remains myself. 'Twas plain a powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long after. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn or show signs without hesitation. Is that so? But these are our kith and kin. Should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse the transformation be found? Your mercy will place countless others at risk. As a knight of Vorbot, did you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us, was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what must needs be done? So yeah, we have an origin story that he came from Ilmeg of all places. It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures will be to invite death into this castle. Death is already here, surely you must say that! Who goes there? Also, it's a girl by the name of Soldia. I will not let it be whispered that Princess Soldia turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every Vorbotite's soul, mine most of all, and that is why I will take charge in the investigation myself. I think everyone's gonna be like, yeah, not a chance. My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So am I to gamble with their lives instead? Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high? Yes, exactly, you are the princess! Yeah, give some thought. You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit? A rather promising one from what the captain has told me. You will attend me personally. Oh, really? Quite an honor. My lady! You heard me. I will not stand idly by when I have the power to make a difference. And so, together we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demand. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes, Brandon. Lady Soldia, I understand. Forgive me my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right, there is no telling when our culprit will strike again, so we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come! No! Lady Soldier! Lady Soldier! Yeah, after her, quickly. Ever a stubborn child. I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it and more. Also, does the cleric not have anything further to say? Hey, are you alright? Yeah, this is your first time experiencing this. The way you were holding your head, racked as if racked by a terrible pain. What happened to you just now? Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Lady Soldia? You saw her with your mind's eye? Then it is as I suspected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean he's like Brandon? Don't worry, we're not going to turn into a Sin Eater. Why have you come to me? What is it that you seek? Didn't we already tell you? I see. And for this hunt of yours, you have come to Ilmeg in search of the claws of Orthus. I'm afraid this is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the Eater you seek. So do test ourselves twice. There is a spot in the river not far from here in which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew weakly fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they shall pose no challenge whatsoever. Alright then. Yeah, bring them on. As for you, I have questions. I guess you do. Alright. Let's go find what we need to kill. So now we go this way. Out into the night. And let's see where we can find these things. Alright. Coming in for a landing. Yeah, right next to not one but two streams joining together at the same point. Alright, let's do this. As a rabbit's tail bounces around in the background. But he also has a friend, but I think that might be an Amaro? I really can't tell from this vantage point. And anyway. Yeah, we're gonna have a fun time precariously standing on the edge here. And you apart there, and again. Down he goes. Alright, back over to Pleione. And we'll see what Sulul has to say about everything we just experienced. Plus, also knowing that we killed the beast is going to be a great help. The beasts are no more then? Indeed. Good, good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood, victims of the curse you heard us speak of in your vision. So this curse transforms people into monsters, like how Sin Eaters can spawn more of their own kind? I will speak no more of this or to other matters until you have completed the task I set before you. And what would that be? This is not negotiable, grandson. Shinji accepted my terms, and so must you. Huh, so secretive, the both of you. Can't we all just speak plain? No, I suppose not. Your comrade refuses to acknowledge his situation. This may take time, but I am patient. Indeed, I have dealt with many a stubborn child in my life. I'm sure you have. So yeah, we're just moving things along here. We have not seen Brandon's battle through Echo yet. And there's only 2 quests left to do. So yeah, we're really moving along here. So yeah, they're saving the best stuff for last. So we better be ready for it. Yeah, this stuff's getting wild. Plus, that's crazy that we've already finished the first 4 quests so quickly in under an hour. Because yeah, at level 76, for the other 3 Cardinal Virtues, we had the Cardinal Virtues backstory battle. But we haven't had that yet with the Kaiosine. As we welcome a new viewer to the channel, Panda Brown. Welcome to Let's Play Novaura Autism. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. And also, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. Where I currently am is a long way from where you're going to be starting from, but believe me when I say that I've been playing this game for 5 years, the journey will be worth it for you. Alright, everything looks good over here. Go ahead and get the audio capture card running again. All good over there. All good over here. Awesome. Alright, so now, let's go ahead, because Sul Ul will have our next quest for us. So, let's speak with him to take on the level 78 Tank Cardinal Virtue Challenge entitled The Hardened Hearts. Sul Ul seems rather more pleased to entertain you than Granson. I wonder why that is. And so, what are you going to tell us? Exemplary timing, Shinji. 'Twas not more than a moment ago that Granson returned, having at last obliged my humble request. And what was that? Humble request, my arse. This one's no better than the old Morn aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding. I tell you, there's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog. Yeah. Ere you continue and give me cause to reconsider aiding our hunt, perhaps you should ask your questions. Fine. Shinji said he saw a vision of you and Brandon looking thick as thieves. You were friends, eh? Know what he's up to now? Brandon is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the eater that took possession of his corpse? The Kaiosine, aye. But unlike most eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For some reason, he's been hunting down royal treasures of all Vorbut. And he's been killing anyone who got in his way. Is he now? What irony! Even in death he remains a slave to duty. A knight brave and true. He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it said otherwise. He ruined my life, killed my beloved right before my very eyes. Every night I go to bed dreaming of the day I'll take my revenge. Oh, I see. You have truly suffered a terrible loss. But while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it is ultimately misguided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, the Kaiosine is nevertheless no more than an eater. To hate him is to hate the sea that claims the ship, the disease that steals the child, the tremor that topples the home, the mindless force of nature that begets destruction, driven by fragmented memory. Don't you dare make excuses for him. You think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword. And now I've got to kill one of the bloody cardinal virtues. Hate and anger and vengeance are all I've got now. My every waking moment is dedicated to plotting his death. It has to be. It has to be. So just tell us where the God's damned ring is and we'll be on our way. This is how it has to be. Who you have to be? Nay, I think not. You ask too much, demand far, far too much, and in exchange for what? This I cannot abide. Are you trying to barter with me? You little shite! Tell me what I want to know or I'll beat it out of you! Yeah, boy, are we getting violent or what? Back off, Shinji. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and Melinda's murderer. Yeah, get it out of your system, man. Brandon was a dear friend. To know that an eater disgraces his flesh and his memory pains me more than I can well express. It would bring me great comfort if you were to grant him peace. I should like to share with you a story, if you would be so kind as to join me in Liagia. Alright then. This had better have a point. Oh, it will. It has to, because we haven't seen the backstory battle yet. What are the classes like? Well, the game is that you get 8 starter classes to work with. You have some tank classes, a healer class, and 5 classes that are known as DPS. For tank class, and also you also have 3 hub cities that you can start in, and what you choose to start the game as also determines where you start it. So you'll have Gladiator, which is a sword and shield, Pugilist, which is a martial artist, Thaumaturge, which is an elemental mage, Conjurer, which is a healing mage, Lancer, which is a spear wielder, Archer, which obviously uses bow and arrow, as well as Marauder, which uses an axe, and Arcanist, which uses a spellbook. So those are the 8 starter classes, and they all start in 3 different cities. So if you're doing this with your friends, you might want to possibly think about either choosing a hub city where you can all start from, or branching out to see, because depending on how many friends do you have, if you don't mind me asking there, Brand or Panda? Yeah, because if you have at least 4 of them, then what you can do is you can have someone play a tank role, someone play the healing role, and you can have your other 2 friends choose any 2 DPS classes that they want, and you can make yourselves a full party of 4, because 4 people go into dungeons in this game. So if you're in a group of 4 and you're all playing together, you'll be able to get through it a lot more quickly. So yeah, let's go ahead and speak with Su'ul and see what we're going to get with Brandon's backstory quest for battle. So as we stand in front of the magnificent Liagia, it really looks like a wonderful cathedral at night, doesn't it? 'Tis beautiful even now, a palace of forgotten dreams. But before it was Liagia, in the time of Verbert, it was Grunneslicht. The memory of mine in which you walked was for a troubled time, when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious fool. Yeah, and who was that fool? Brandon, then a young knight who had only just won his spurs, had caught the eye of Princess Soldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. However, he was far too inexperienced and was unable to keep her safe when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. Yeah, can we guess what happens next? For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood, and shortly thereafter he quit Vorbert. I thought I would never see him again. Oh, but the princess lived? Wow. How did she survive? But then one day he returned, one of several wandering adventurers, led by a man named Albert, who had accepted our invitation to look into the mysterious transformations, which had continued unabated in Brandon's absence. Lady Soldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. But then... And then came the day when we learned the truth. Go on. When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the cult mage Tadric. Yeah, why did I have a feeling it was him? Yeah, a saboteur in your midst. Which brings us to the required battle. It'll be just 2 of you? Alright, well that's still gonna be fine for you to team up and help each other out. Just choose a hub city, each of one of you take a different class, and you're all set. It's him, Brandon. I'm sorry. Yeah, once suspicions have been confirmed. So am I. Come, let's have done with it. And so, in we go. So upon our arrival, we've got our quintet here, and we got a stare down on our hands. And apparently they'll honor your control too. Yeah, grating of teeth is never good. It was you, Todrick. Do not deny it. Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters. And for what? Brandon, Brandon, Brandon. And after I took such pains to be rid of you. No, you didn't do hard enough. You may strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Soldia till my dying breath. As you like. Once I've killed you and your friends, there will be no one left to stop me from claiming the throne. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning is at hand. Rejoice, for in noble sacrifice shall you find everlasting glory. Yeah, and then he goes ahead and turns all of his loyals. Lord Todrick, it hurts! Well, that's supposed to hurt. You're about to get turned into what you despise. Soon you shall know no more pain. Yeah, because he now gets to breed 6 black gargoyles. And their sights are set on us. I was going to make it quick for old time's sake. But now I think I ought to take my time. And so, let's have at it. Yeah, we've got a lot of fresh meat to slay. So I assume I will have some tank abilities that will allow me to hold aggro and whatnot. Well, we'll know soon enough once we get started fighting. Yeah, and we gotta fight. Okay, so I do have Eclipse, and I do have Chivalrous Spirit that I can use, as well as Interject, Fighter Flight, and a regular Fast Blade. Alright, let's go start swinging for the fences. Yeah, stack them all up. Oh, and it even has an enhanced version. Awesome. The direct approach isn't working. Well, we are getting everything damaged. That's what matters. What happens when I use this? Okay, that's just for healing. Okay. That's what you get for trusting the court mage. Indeed. Yeah, draw everyone over here. Yeah. Everyone, please make sure your hands and feet are in the blue circle at all times. Whether or not we can actually make anything happen out of it remains to be seen. But there we go. And now you and I shall duel. Oh, I don't think it's going to be summoning that quickly. With so many lives at my disposal. Because, yeah, look at all this over here. And all those over there. Yeah, we're not going to stop this one. Oops, that was not the button I wanted to press. Also, that's a split situation. Yeah, double stack mech? You are out of your mind. Now make sure to give me those heals. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Now, also my hands are getting confused. Alright. Oh boy. Keep me alive. Keep me alive. Yeah, this may also be the... Ah! You turned them into those things? How could you? Now stack them. Alright. Okay, they're dead. We still gotta deal with these two. What is life but a medium for my magics? I suppose, when you put it that way. Ah! Checkerboard! Yeah, we can't keep this up forever. More checkerboard. And also, there's a screaming child outside of my apartment. And boy, that kid's got some lungs on him. I don't know if his voice, if his screaming is picking up on my microphone or not, but I can hear it as clear as a bell. Oh, over here, over here. Yeah, there are so many. Well, yeah, come on, you two. Where are you, Randall Ray? Where are you there, Nilbert? And now for you again. But there's still 4 left. Yeah, don't touch her, you bastard! Yeah, sadly we cannot stop that. Oh! Well, crap. I lost. No! I didn't recognize what I needed to do. I didn't recognize what I needed to do in time. Plus also instant death. Ouch. Yeah, they threw a Dawn Meg at me. Which means we gotta go through all this again. Yeah, we had gotten through most of them. We were down to the final 4. And then... Okay, so next time, keep an eye on what happens on the left. Oh, move them, move them. Yeah, the other battles I've done before, there was a margin of error to figure out what was going on, but this time, that's a luxury I don't get. You either do it right the first time or you fail. Alright, time for him to go turning people into monsters again. Yeah. Why doesn't this interject work on you, of all people? Oh, run over here. Yeah, this way. Oh, here's the interject. Yeah, cut off. Oh, apparently I got some MP back. Ooh. Go back over here. And then spread out. Oh, but I'm out of healing. No. Yeah, stack them. Yeah, it's a shame that we can't silence those ones. Alright, they're down. Alright, back over here. And then pick you up. You know, for a Rogan there, Brandon, you're quite agile. Checkerboard. Throwing him back in. I've still got a few arrows in my quiver, she says. And line them up just like that. Also, apparently I'm targeting behind me. A common trait among people who play this game, sadly. Try and target what's in front of your face, but end up targeting something that's behind you. Alright, get ready this time. Alright. Monstrosity goes off. And we're getting your way. Yeah, you're blocked out. And we survive. Alright. Hard part's over? Or is it just beginning? It's just beginning. They got turned into manticores. Oh, hello there. Thank you for your tell. But we gotta get this dead first. No! Okay, yeah, he's got a huge load of something. That hurt. Now I gotta hustle over to Ardbert. And the race is on. The race is on to bleed Tadric of half of his health before he gets off this Quake 3. Yeah, no need for any fight or flight or anything. This is just a pure go for it. Pedal to the metal, do not look back. So that's a lot of health to bleed through. We might just pull this off, and it looks like we will. Got it. There we go. But yeah, that was definitely the hardest of the Cardinal Virtue battles. Yeah, everything is the best or the worst or the hardest in this line of quests. Meddlesome wretch! This kingdom is by rights mine! Well, we just changed that. Brandon, what is the meaning of this? Well, we have something to tell you. Todrick, you... But why, after serving us faithfully for so many years? I am no servant! No servant! Not by your father, or mother, or you! So yeah, tries to get up one last shot, and succeeded. My lady! You're like, no! God damn you! Yeah, his parting shot before he collapses. Yeah, if he can't have the throne, no one will. Well, that sucks. Well, she can still keep her eyes open. Lady Soliel, speak to me! Yeah, give us your final words. Brandon, my dear brave Brandon, am I your princess still? Would you honor your vows even now? Now or never after, my lady. My sword is yours to command. Which probably explains this. And we can't turn it back. That is well. When I have the strength to wield it myself. Still your heart, brave Brandon. For the good of Verbert and her people. No! No! No, I cannot! I will not! Honor your vows to your kingdom, to your princess. Yeah, he really doesn't want to do this. Like, put your little hand in my big ones. Yeah, quickly before she goes too far. Yeah, now she's convulsing. So we're just gonna stand there and let her do it. Didn't kill her when before she could have changed. To your friend who never doubted you, who knew that you would return and see justice. Justice. Yeah. I think you have your orders there, Brandon. You gotta carry them out. No, it should be me. Yeah. I'll make this quick, I assure you. Hopefully. Brandon, my sword. Now and ever after. Yeah. Yeah, like, takes a blind swing and just does it. And thus ends the Vobert bloodline of their royalty. And just in time for the mysterious Silva to arrive. And see that this is not a pretty sight. We rounded up the rest of Todrick's co-conspirators and tossed them in the jail. The ones who hadn't been corrupted by his magics, that is. As for everyone else... we may have won the battle, but we lost the war. And then Tadric ends up having the last laugh. Yeah. Found a shiny blue crystal. Yeah, it's yours now. The last memory you have of her. Oh, not hesitate again. No other cost, no matter the sacrifice. Even with tears in his eyes, which I didn't know male Rogadin could do. Yeah, come around there, Shinji. Well, you saw what happened? Indeed we did. It was not pretty. So let's tell you everything we just saw. Wicked White. She begged him to do it. Like Melinda. Come, let us quit this place and return to Pliany. Yeah, we need to get out of here. I think this is too much even for him. Yeah, not so different now, huh? Alright, back to Pliany. Alright, so now we'll see what Sul-Ul will be telling us to do next. Because yeah, unlike the other Cardinal Virtues, we've had very little interaction with this one. It's only happened once, and then that was it. So what are you going to tell us? Do you know why I entered into the royal family's service many long years ago? Because when I was attacked by a wild beast which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Soldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that is a debt that can never be repaid, for there is not in this world which holds greater value than life itself. Not even her death absolves me of it, and so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires, what she would want for me and for her kingdom, for Brandon, and yes, even for you, grandson. For me? Yeah, even though you've never lived here? To define oneself in opposition to the other, an other bereft of complexity of nuance, wholly devoid of redeeming qualities. A villain. Indeed, there is comfort and certainty in hatred. But it is a false and fleeting comfort, bought with lies we tell ourselves about who we are, what we must be, what we must do, and never you mind the cost. If anything, the more we offer up in sacrifice, the better. Do you not see? Brandon was right to hesitate, to doubt. The unwavering blade cares not whom it serves nor who it cuts. I think I need a moment. Yeah, your world has been shaken again. Perhaps you do as well. Leave us for now, Shinji. Oh, but we have no intention of going anywhere because we have unfinished business. But we will take our experience that we don't need, Gil, plus some paella. Yeah, thank you for giving us the conveniently gifted food stuff that we can use in our final battle. Which we'll go ahead and begin right now. So let's go ahead and speak with Sul Ul to take on the level 80 Tank Cardinal Virtue Challenge entitled To Have Loved and Lost. Sul Ul is eager to hear what Granson has to say. So sometime later, Granson, I have given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here, and where it invariably leads all who walk it. I didn't know what to do after I lost Melinda. How to mourn her or how to live. I felt that if I put it all on the Kyle scene, yeah, here we go again, put my everything into the hunt, that at least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out and fill up that hole with hate. Forget who I was, and irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago too, isn't it? Hard men making hard choices. What rot. Hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared, let that love guide you. Think not of the Kyle's scene, but Brandon. Grant him peace and you'll find your own, or just say nothing. No, you have your love. You're right. I don't need the hate. Never did. I'll finish it for Melinda and for Brandon. And then I'll move on. Move on, you say? Yeah, to what? I can't live off of hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. And the more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow, pity. Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they lived. Aye, something like that. Reckon Shinji would agree. And Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. And so, or maybe you've been thinking about doing that in her stead, eh? Apologies for treating you with such disrespect before, Sul Ul. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it. Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the Claws of Autism. The ring, together with the bracelet and choker, were 3 relics passed down to the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Soldia was the last of her line, and after her death, they were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence. The ones who stole the fangs and eyes of Autism? Yes, the relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, the Kaiosine was then able to sense their presence. Even in death a slave to duty, you said? You think he pursued the thieves out of an instinct of loyalty to his princess? That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden. Only 2 of the 3 were taken? Then the 3rd is still out there. Claim the Claws of Autism and he will surely come for you, yes. And so, Timgias is where you must go. Once you arrive at the palace I marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you. Alright then. Thank you, Sul Ul. I promise we will bring your friend peace. With me, sinner. And so away we go. And may you find peace as well, child. Let's hope so too. Alright, away we go. Out of Plaini and off to find what we require. Which obviously sounds like it's going to be underwater. So we're going to have to swim for this one. let's go find where the particular part of the lake is going to hide it. Now, of course, it's obviously going to be among the village's ruins. Although, we might actually not even need to be in water. No, we're just going to go right past it. Yeah, this is going to be a lot closer to Lita Loran than the village. Wow, that's surprising. Oh, but they want us to go into this lake, maybe? Oh no, we don't even need to do that. Alright. So we made it to where we need to be. Where's that paella we just obtained? Oh, we already had 2 others, so... yeah, just adding on to the total. Alright, let's go. So obviously we'll be synced down because I'm so strong. You toss the powder into the air, and as it slowly settles to the earth in twinkling motes of light, a coffer begins to take shape. And there it is. And inside, a variety of things, including the ring. This must be the claws of Orthus. All that stuff to decide is where and when we want to confront the Eater. Well, given that we're in possession of the ring, I doubt we'll have to wait very long. I was right. Yeah, he's like going somewhere. Or we could deal with it here and now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Indeed. Hey there, old man. I don't know you and you don't know me, but I know your story. I know this isn't you, and I know that if Lady Sordia was here, she'd say the same thing. It'll all be over soon, I promise you. Yeah, I'm ready to rock, man. And so for the final time, let's go ahead and get ourselves a shot at a Cardinal Virtue. Ah, Yuna, you just arrived in time for the main events. I love it when people show up right on time for the main event. Alright, let's do this. Give you everything I got right out of the gate. Also, I don't have the Royal Guard up. I need to have that. Also, I think Granson's moniker is very appropriate. Of the Mournful Blade. Yeah. Heather, there you go, Granson. Have one on me. Alright, he runs over here. Goes for a Seraph Blade. Oh, sloppy! Yeah, that's how you roll, huh? Oh, that was quite an impressive knockback. And he's leaving Ethereal Ruptures. Ah! Yeah, it's like, what do I do? Yeah, Granson, get me out of here. Alright, so... was that gonna happen no matter what? I guess I should ask that. Was I gonna get sucked in regardless of what I tried to do? Well, one thing's for sure, he's definitely getting more aggressive. Alright, Bright Spears on the field. And checkerboards. Avoid those spirits without. Ah, he got away. What you gotta do? Sloppy. Might makes right, huh? Oh, it's one of these things. While also trying to avoid the checkerboards. Yeah, drop your checkerboards at least first. Oh, awkward. And ultimate. Okay. Now, right now we're trying to outrun... Ooh, yeah, gotta run over here. Yeah, we're trying to outrun him getting... Ransom getting dead by AoE. I got away! Oh, and here he goes again with his Ilbert impression. Sloppy! No, Granson, you don't want to follow me. Trust me, you don't want to follow me. That's a bad idea. There we go. It's a shame. Our battle has already torn up all these flowers. Ah! Staying clear. Oh. Yeah, I'm counting on you too. Yeah, it really is a race right now. I wish I could heal him, but I don't know if I have an ability as a gunbreaker to do that. Yeah, keep your eyes on me. Clear, get clear. Oh, ran right to ya. Oh, and he's doing this again. But yeah, can we outrun him? Sloppy. Oh, doing this again. Curse you. Drop your guard. And there we go. On the 20%. Oh, no, bad. Okay, he comes to me. Yeah, this is definitely a slog of a fight. Kaiosine giving it everything they've got. And more Elber because he just can't stop copycatting. Sloppy. Alright, strike you down with that. Get away from you. Avoid the checkerboard. And charge! Yep, we're gonna outrun him. Granson will have enough health for us to beat Mr. Kaiosine. Yeah, bleed out, you. Yeah, you can't run away from me. I've got you. Maybe. Man, you're gonna draw it out like this? Like, die already. There we go. Got it. He was like, man, just let me beat you. Damita, let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. And there it goes. The Sin Eater's wickedness disperses, then its crystal remains. Huh. Finally. You watching, Melinda? I'm sure she is. Shall we help ourselves to our treasure? So pick it up and see what we've seen with 3 others. Turn on the light. And as the sun sets here on Ilmeg, we get Brandon's final words. Now and ever after, my lady soldier. My sword is yours to command. Brandon? He's still in there? And then he just goes over there too. Yeah, a wandering soul. I'll not hesitate again. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait, is he trapped in the memory still? Yeah, that's how it works with these guys. You're wrong, Brandon. That's not what she would want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. But he's not finished. Well, at least now he appears in his regular paladin form. Well, that will make me lesser in your eyes, won't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No, I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonour your memory. Oh, my lady soldier. And away he goes for good. He's gone. But look what he left behind. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about him chasing you. And with that, the 3 treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now we've just got to find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Got any ideas? Least we can do for the princess and her knight, am I right? That is very true. Maybe Su'ul will have some ideas. Let's head back to Pliny. Indeed, let us do that. Hey there, Chaz. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, that is a pretty sweet sunset. Alright, back on over to our friends. Now that we've accomplished what we needed to do and have successfully shown off all 4 cardinal virtues, it now becomes a matter of getting Shinji, because he is our warrior of light / darkness for this storyline, to get him to 80 on an attack mage and get him to 80 on a healer, which I have been in the process of doing. It'll take me a while to get there, but I will make it. Is it done? Brandon has been laid to rest. Yes, he has. You saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask? Yeah, I think he's hiding a smile underneath its armor. Oh, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend, I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided at last? Hi, I suppose so. Though, to be honest, it felt like I made my peace with him before we even fought. What's with the head shake? Because you finally saw him for what he was and accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought. Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with a bloke. By the way, I brought you some gifts. Yeah. I think you know what to do with them. The 3 royal relics of Vorbat. Then Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker. And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Sordia and her knight would have wanted, I reckon. Yes, of course, that their souls may sleep soundly forevermore, we shall enshrine these relics for all eternity. Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'll have to take, but afterwards, I'd like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. Yeah, I think I know exactly where you intend to go. Be well, Sul-Ul. Yeah, he's gonna head over to right first to pay his respects to Melinda's grave. I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. Few can find the strength to overcome such terrible tragedy, but he did. As have you on no few occasions, I am sure. Oh, thanks for recognizing that. It has been a pleasure, Shinji. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an old fool prattle on and on. And who knows, we may have to take you up on your request. To the Crystarium! I panicked at one point in the fight and ended up automatically failing it, so I had to redo it. Back to the pendants. And so, let's make our way back over to Granson. Hey there, my main man. How are ya? So, did you pay your respects as I thought? Well, Mitsuna, glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back to when I first came here, thinking only of the chaos scene and my revenge. I was so wrapped up on my own personal affairs that I didn't realize I was only pushing others away. Glenyard was the only one with the facade. He's a perceptive one, aye. Took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I've yet to thank you properly, Shinji. I owe you so much for sticking with me to the end. So what's next for you, Senator? Say nothing. Nah, let's ask what he's gonna do next. Because I think we already know. If he hasn't already done it. Good question. Can't say I feel at home here, or in Right or anywhere else. So I might spend some time on the road. I may not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most, and there's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. And so, Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Hells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wound up doing in the end? So, let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say, until the next hunt. Indeed. So where we ultimately will see him again, if we have a quest line that will see him return, who knows. Got a last word for me? Wherever you so go, may you find shade, sinner. Well, don't worry. I made sure to bring it to you. And so there he goes. One last word before he leaves the city for good. Or just a smile. His journey begins anew. But yeah, I think we said it before, which I'll say again after we take our 2,789 gil, which I think was the most money reward we got out of any of the 4 Cardinal Virtues, as well as the Battle Dance, Savage Aim, and Savage Might Tier 7 materia. And there we go, all 4 Cardinal Virtues. And we earn the achievement Speaker for the Righteous. So, I did say this earlier, and so I'll say it again. We definitely saved the best for last. The tank, Cardinal Virtue, had the best storyline. We had a really impressive battle, and how it all unfolded for Granson and for Brandon when it was all said and done was much better than any of the other Cardinal Virtues we encountered or the people we helped to slay them. So now begins the arduous task of getting Shinji to level 80 on healer and level 80 on attack mage. I've gotten him past level 30 on conjurer, and I'm going to get him up to white mage soon, and I just started him on red mage recently. So I don't know how long it's going to take me in order to get to those two milestones, but as far as grinding is concerned for Shinji, aside from doing the main story and also building up his gear in terms of getting everything that he needs, we'll definitely make it. I know we will, because of course the new patch comes out in a few weeks, so we have a lot to look forward to. Don't have a specific date for it yet, but I know it's going to be definitely close to our Free Company's 4-year anniversary, which is in 3 weeks, by the way. So yeah, milestones all around. Plus, also on top of that, All Saints Wake is going to start in a couple of weeks too. So yeah, this is going to get busy real quick, so I'll make sure to have Shinji as ready as I can make him when we get to the new patch, given that, as I mentioned before, my main focus after getting the main story done was getting him leveled up on Gunbreaker and Dancer. He's maxed out on Gunbreaker now, he only needs a couple more levels for Dancer, and then once that's all taken care of, I can start leveling up on his red mage and white mage. So, thanks to everyone who came out, thanks for being such a great audience, and for following me on these 3 journeys that we took to see the remaining Cardinal Virtues for the tank, for the healer, and for the attack mage. And so now it's just a matter of seeing if there's anything more beyond all of that. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers live. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for our weekly Tales of Eorzea vlog. And we might do some streaming on Twitch as well. We'll see what happens. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.